What's up guys, welcome to Rad Cars, and in today's video we're going to go over some of the things I hate about my Ferrari F8 Tributo. Now it is kind of hard to hate this car. Overall, I love it. But there are some things I really don't like about it, and let's get into it. Now one thing I kind of don't like about the front end of this car is, in my opinion, it looks a little too similar to the 488s from the front end. And I do not like how the 488 looks. They did differentiate it, obviously, and this looks significantly better than the 488. But I think they could have done a little bit more with the front end. Now, going to the rear end, I think this is a gorgeous rear end. But one thing I wish Ferrari kept on these V8 cars was the exhaust tips. I wish they had the exhaust tips be like the 458, where it was 3 exhausts right next to each other in the middle. I think that looked really cool, and it would have looked so nice on this car. So I kind of hate that this doesn't have that. Now I also wish this spoiler would come up. Don't know why it's not a retractable spoiler, but it would have been really cool and would have looked really cool if, you know, at speeds of over 60 miles per hour or whatever, it would come up like that or like that, kind of like the 720S spoiler. But I'm sure they have their reasons. Now, moving on to the interior of my car, I wish my car had the carbon fiber steering wheel. I think this thing just looks naked without the carbon fiber steering wheel. If you're going to spec this car, it's very important, I think, you do get the carbon steering wheel. That also gives you the LEDs here, so you would have a piece of carbon here, piece of carbon here. All this would be carbon, and you would have the LEDs here. I think that would have made it look so much better. But I didn't spec this car, and this was the overall spec, the best spec car I did find. But I really do wish that it had that, and I hate that it doesn't. Now, one more thing I really hate, and I don't understand why in a Ferrari you need this, is the auto start stop. Like, if I'm driving in my Ferrari, I don't want the car to turn off every time I'm at a stoplight. That's just kind of embarrassing. And it's not like it stays. Every time you turn on the car, you have to go here, turn off the auto stop, and you turn it off, you have to do it again. So that's a little annoying. Another thing I don't really understand is why this car has cruise control. If you're driving a Ferrari, you don't really want to cruise. You want to be flooring this thing. So I think that money could have been spent elsewhere with the car. It's kind of pointless. I've never used it, and I really doubt anyone who has this car ever uses it. Now, again, this is just for my car in particular. I do wish this had more carbon. Like this part, if it was carbon, it would have been really nice. I do have some carbon here, but, you know, if I had the full carbon package, it would have looked significantly better. I do love this interior overall with the color, and it's one of the reasons why I bought this car, but I really do wish, you know, all these parts were carbon. Would have looked really cool. Now, overall, I love driving this car, but one thing I really hate, this thing has a huge turbo lag. I mean, the delay from when you floor the car to when you actually get it to really rip is quite a long time. So, obviously, that's not something you can really do anything about when this car is a twin turbo, but I mean, it's a very, very noticeable lag, and it almost seems like it takes forever. Okay, another thing I hate is when you turn on the car, everything goes away, but the check engine light stays, and it takes forever for it to go away. Look at how long it takes for it to go away. It gives you a heart attack every time you turn it on. Look at this. It's still on. It's been 20 seconds. 21 seconds. There we go. It took 21 seconds to turn off. So you never really know when it's going to be real. Alright guys, that does it for this video. Thank you for watching. It's really hard to find things I don't like about this Ferrari F8. Overall, I love it. But thought it'd be cool to show you guys some of the things I don't love about the car. But overall, great car. Make sure you like and subscribe for a lot more content on the way.